What's going on, world? Welcome to my channel. This is a place where you'll find the best stuff on the internet. Today's video is the top 10 best video games for the holidays 2016. Also, these games are going to continue to be good going into the future, so we're going to run into 2017 and beyond because these are still going to be relevant games. One note, there are no mobile games or anything of that matter in this list. It's just kind of what I would call traditional type games here. I am so glad to be able to provide this video to all those mothers out there who have no idea what to buy their kids for the holidays. Hi moms, drop a like if you're feeling festive. Appreciate it very much. It takes a lot of work to research all these games. Let's get into this. We're going to start off this list with the best game of all time ever created. That's how top 10s work, right? Huh? No Man's Sky was a sleeper of a game with almost no press coverage. This game crept up on the world like Cloud9's ADC. Wait, come on now, come on. Watch Dogs 2 is an open world game set in kind of a San Francisco-like type of city. But that might be hard to tell because the whole city the entire time is covered in fog and you can never see more than a couple inches in front of your face. I don't know what's going on here. What is this? This is a lot of fog. No, I'm just joking about that, guys. You play as a hacker, Marcus, and you work with this hacking group called, I think, DedSec. And your goal is to kind of fight back and take down the city's advanced surveillance system. It's kind of like a freedom, democracy type of vibe, I might say. But if you look at these graphics, and if you just kind of glance over them, you really have to stop and kind of tell yourself, whoa, wait a second. You're watching a video game here. This is not real life. This is not a video clip from my backyard or something like that. This is a video game. Impressive graphics. I've been doing a lot of research for this top 10 list, and honestly, this trailer might be one of the best. It's got really good graphics, honest. I also think that Watch Dogs 2 is an improvement over the last Watch Dogs, the first game. So if you like that one, you're really going to like this one. Titanfall 2 is a first-person shooter developed by Respawn Entertainment, whose founders are actually from Infinity Ward, and they helped make Call of Duty back in the day. So these guys, honestly, they know a thing or two about creating FPS multiplayer games. In fact, Titanfall 1 shipped with only multiplayer and no single player campaign. What? No, it did? But things are a little bit different this time around. This is actually a game that listened to its audience and it actually implemented a single player campaign in Titanfall 2, so no worries there. And actually the single player campaign is getting pretty good reviews, so that's definitely a plus for this game this year. However, Titanfall 2 was released alongside some of the heavy hitter first person shooters. There's a couple of them in this genre. And honestly, sales have taken a little bit of a hit. They did make sure to make those black bars in the trailer ultra thick. So this is how you know it's gotta be a good game. The game is basically about mechs eating humanoids. Huge backstory there. Nom, 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 nom. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. I have a feeling I'm gonna receive some disagreement on this choice here. And that's okay. That's alright. You guys, you go ahead and you let me know. Are we done yet? But you guys, you gotta hear me out. Even though the multiplayer might not have been perfect for everyone, and it might not have been in the style that people were hoping the series was going into, apparently the single player campaign is quite good, and I think the zombies is getting really good reviews, and the zombies looks amazing. So the zombies looks like a feather in the cap of Call of Duty this year. To trim the fat, to get down to the core of the matter here, Call of Duty Remastered, which is the re-release version of Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, this is kind of an epic event. That game changed gaming, and it made many gamers who they are today. It made YouTubers, it started people out, it pointed people into gaming. A lot of people cite Call of Duty 4 as the game that got them into gaming or YouTube or so many different things. So even though Call of Duty might not be your go-to pick, it might not be your favorite game right now, or maybe it is. Either way, you still have to give respect to the series. There's just something about COD. There's something about COD that no other game does. It has that quick adrenaline rush, those endorphins, that one kill, those two kills, you want to keep going, you got a kill streak, you want your next one. It's awesome, and nothing else quite fills the game quite like a COD game. And I personally think that's still cool. Skyrim Special Edition. This is another game that might cause some controversy on this list. Now deep down, Skyrim is a very good game. So shouldn't that mean that the Special Edition is also a very good game? Well, yes, but with some potential criticisms. There's nothing new here in terms of quests or content or anything like that. Basically, it's kind of just like a graphics overhaul. It has been said that if you were on PC and you were a modder and you used the right mods, it was possible to actually make the PC version of the original Skyrim look just as good as this upgrade. So I'm not saying that's true. I'm just saying I've been on the Skyrim streets and I've heard this. This is now on consoles with mods as well, so that's super cool for consoles. Thumbs up there. I think for PC the best part is that this release provides an awesome kind of platform for modders to even up the ante higher. It's got a 64 bits, whatever that means. Basically, Skyrim is an awesome game, but just don't expect too much from this release. Keep yourself grounded on what it actually is. The Last Guardian. This game shares some elements from Ico and Shadow of the Colossus, which are games that came out in the early 2000s, so it should give you kind of an understanding of the thematic style of this game. Control a young boy who kind of befriends this giant half bird, half mammal creature. You then work together to evade guards, and the guards are kind of after them both. You have to actually kind of manipulate your bird dog like you would in real life with a real animal by kind of luring it with food and helping you get to higher platforms and evading enemies, that kind of thing. There also seems to be a lot of butt gameplay. Yeah, finally. This game has been in active development since 2007, which is probably a huge red flag. That's not normally a good sign. Demo of this game was actually considered to be included with the remastered release of Ico and Shadow of the Colossus collection, but that did not happen. So this game is associated with some of those real classics from back in the day, those PlayStation classics, and I'm hopeful for this release. It looks great, but I think time will tell with this one. We'll see. NBA 2K17, a sports game. That's right, I put a sports game on the list. Boom. The 2K series has a load of followers already, and you know what they're about, and the NBA 2K17 is a great addition to the NBA series. This is a great game if you're a fan of the NBA. It will really speak to you. You can get really deep into customization and your My Career, and get really deep into the stats and to progression. You can do it all here. For me, I like to spend as much time as I can in the simulation of the game on the court. This year the game feels really fluid, feels like you're in more control, feels more like a basketball game, and you're not stuck in any animation as much. They did a better job this year of allowing you to chain moves together better and a little bit more fluid in between each separate move. This game is an overall success. It just might be the best sports game coming out this season. Battlefield 1, which of course comes after Battlefield 4 and can be played on the Xbox One, and is a very similar game to Kingdom Hearts 358 Days Over 2, believe it or not. Anyway, this game is epic. The scale is large, and what Battlefield sets out and portrays is so impressive. Battlefield 1 is an improvement on the series, and it still offers a very familiar chaos feeling that you might be used to if you've ever played a Battlefield game. It does a great job of kind of relating to what the World War I could have felt like in reality. I don't know, because it's been years since I've been in World War I, so I've got a bad memory. The multiplayer is fun, especially with friends. You can do things in this game that you can't do in any other game. It's kind of like they have these moments that are just unique to Battlefield, and they're in this game. A big part of the gameplay does rely on vehicles, so be aware of that. Sometimes you have to work with your teammates to take them out. It kind of has some of this class-based gameplay. This game also has the most wrinkled shirts I've seen in a game in a long time. Final Fantasy 15. This game is nuts. It's off the wall. It's like nothing else you've ever seen before. It's another one of those games that's been in development forever. I think this one's been in development for a decade plus, so I even think it's gone through some serious direction changes in terms of what this game even actually is, what genre it is. I believe they started out it was more strategy based, they moved into more action based, more real time. Hopefully that was a good decision. I think it was, but man, this could be a really good game. It looks downright gorgeous. This is a beauty, guys. I don't know what they've done or what they figured out to put into these graphics, but they've done something here pretty special to make it look the way it looks. So this is an action RPG. So the story involves you plus three guy friends, I think. I don't know why it's all guys, but it's a gang of dudes. You're just running around and you're kind of killing kind of harder and harder enemies and leveling up along the way, and you want to be able to put your experience into the right categories to develop your character, that type of thing. It goes deeper than that. So this game definitely does have some action parts to it. There's some real-time combat going on here, and this game also does have the strategy part as well. I would caution to be careful. This game is probably going to be on quite a few of people's top 10 lists for Game of the Year potential, but it might not be for you. There's a chance it's not for everyone. If you're looking for a super quick hitting game that you can just jump right into and get right in and right out of, this might not be for you. You want to be able to invest some time into this game because it might take some time before the payoff really is apparent. If you don't consider yourself a deep gamer or a mature gamer or anything like that at all, this might not be for you. If you prefer kind of arcadey style games, that's your thing, that's totally okay. But Final Fantasy 15 might not be for you. I haven't played it, I don't know. But man, just playing this game, it feels like you're a part of something awesome. The story, the graphics, the history of the franchise. It looks amazing, it looks deep, and it looks different. Owlboy is an awesome indie platform adventure. Oh yeah, and it's also a game too. This is another one of those games that has been in development for a long time, multiple years as well on this one. I don't know what's going on. It kind of seems like the theme of my top 10 is all the games that took the longest to come out. I don't know. Otis, which is the Owlboy, is capable of flying around and carrying objects, but he cannot actually hurt anybody directly. I guess he's just trying to be less guilty of murder. This game has so much friggin' charm, it just like oozes out of its pores. It's in everything, it's so charming. Oh, and these graphics, by the way, these graphics, guys, these are also amazing graphics. Don't you forget it. These are a little bit different than your AAA graphics, I get it, but this is still a very good looking game. Even Video Drink Drunky ate a pizza in honor of this game.
Then my number one favorite game from PAX, Owlboy, baby.
And now the number one game for the top 10 games of the season is Overwatch. This is probably going to be game of the year for a whole whack of people, and you know what? Throw my name in there as well. This is awesome. This is a good game, guys. It has awesome, diverse characters. They look different. They feel different. They move different. They sound different. And they play different. It's just so enjoyable to jump into any of the characters in this game. There was an excellent map design behind the maps of this game, and you can tell a lot of thought went into thinking about the tactics of each map. Overwatch was also created by Blizzard, which is a really, really good thing. Blizzard has been known for making basically the best games of all time, and they also seem to always have super good support for their games for a super long time. So if you're an Overwatch dude, these are all very good points. Overwatch is super popular too. I mean, when a new character is released, there's an animated short and there's an introduction video and there's a whole bunch of hype. They also just announced the Overwatch League, which is like a competitive league for pro players. I guess the only thing I could possibly come up with against Overwatch is that it's been out for a few months. So it's not quite as new as some of these other games on my list. I mean, big deal, it doesn't mean anything. It's still a good game. Or maybe you could potentially say that this game is not suited for the lone wolf style player, the guy who wants to run out there and get 100-0 by himself without any teammate help. They might not have the best fun in Overwatch. Eventually, if you want to do better in Overwatch, you're going to have to start relying on your teammates more and more. And if you're not willing to do that, you might be in tough here. So if you're a selfish bastard and you never communicate with your team, you might not fall in love with Overwatch right away, but you know what, you still probably will. Overall, you cannot go wrong with Overwatch. It is my pick for game of the season. Big thumbs up to you, Overwatch. There you have it, the top 10 video games for the holidays 2016, 2017, and beyond. Do you agree with the list? Did I miss anything? Are they out of order? Let me know in the comments above. Remember to share this video so that good games get played more. And subscribe for more videos just like this one. Okay, moms, you can now go back to wearing those jeans that only you know how to wear.